What's up, everyone? Jason Gilbo here with Rob Mazika, taking a look at some stacking options for tonight's slate. 15 games, definitely some above average pitching going tonight, expensive pitching, but there are actually some cheap stacks you can go with.
Yeah, it's a Kershaw day on a 15-game slate. It's a really fun one when we get slates like this because there's so many different ways you can go. There are value stacks, there are expensive stacks, so there's just a ton of places you could look.
Yeah, we'll talk about Arizona really quickly. This is kind of the obvious stack on the night. I mean, they have the highest run total on the board. Going up against Dylan Covey, I mean, this is just kind of an easy stack to go with if you just have the actual salary to use it.
Yeah, it's a good tournament fade. I mean, really ballsy if you want to do it because Covey actually hasn't been that bad against lefties, but he's been awful against righties with almost a 500 WOBA. So guys like Goldschmidt, Tomas, Rui, Owings, they're all in play, and you could even throw in Peralta and Lamb just as well.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think given the fact that the game's in Chase Field, it's still going to draw some ownership. But I mean, there are pivots away where you can get those guys at like 1,000 cheaper.
Yeah, there definitely are.
So, Rockies was a team that you were looking at going up against Eflin, who been like I guess a little bit lucky of late. Struggles with lefties. I mean, this is a good Rockies offense.
Yeah, it's a very good Rockies offense. Eflin, he hasn't been that bad against lefties this season. He's been getting a little lucky, but he has been giving up around a 40% hard contact rate. The Rockies, they have some really good lefty bats in Blackman, and Carlos Gonzalez has been top 30 in the league in exit velos lately. And then you got the guys like Nolan Arenado, Mark Reynolds, Ian Desmond, who all have some really good power in this ballpark as well.
Yeah, I like the Rockies stack. I mean, they're going to get a Phillies pen that's pretty bad too, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, and they're not too expensive on FanDuel either. DraftKings are priced up, but FanDuel are not too bad.
Yep. Houston's a team that I'll be taking a look at going up against Zimmerman, who's just been god awful. I mean, after a bad 2016 season, he has yet to turn it around. Has allowed 11 home runs on the year, 380 WOBA or more to both sides of the plate, and he hasn't been unlucky. I mean, 25.7% ground ball rate, FIP and XFIP over 5. So I mean, given the fact that he's allowing a crazy high hard contact rate, 42%, not missing a ton of bats. I mean, Houston's just in play, and it's really not that expensive of a stack when you look at it, given the fact that you can toss in like a Josh Reddick and a Carlos Beltran for kind of on the cheaper side. Even Springer on DK is not bad. He's only 4.3.
Yeah, Zimmerman, he's done. He's shot. He just hasn't looked good this season, and this ballpark in Houston is really going to play well to the Astros tonight.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be looking there, and I'll try and get some value bats around him to get some pitching in.
Yeah, my value stack of the day, though, is the Atlanta Braves going up against Tyler Glasnow and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Braves, they are missing Frederick Freeman, which is a huge hit blow to the team. But Glasnow, he walks a ton of guys. He's very slow to the plate. So you have guys like Inciarte and Phillips who they can just walk and steal 2 bases right there. Markakis, he's just a solid bat to fill in. They have the power bat and Matt Kemp, and they just added Matt Adams. So he's 2.2K on FanDuel as a first baseman option. So 1 through 5 in that order, you really could go with a stack against Glasnow.
Yeah, I'm all for it. SunTrust is playing well for power. As you said, Matt Adams coming in at basically a pump price, going up against Glasnow. I'm certainly okay with it. I mean, I kind of like this game in general, like just as a game stack, just because there is a ton of value in it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be it's not gonna be too hot there, but the ballpark has been playing pretty well to lefties this season.
Yep. One I'm going to look at is San Diego going up against Matt Harvey. And Harvey's a guy who's just lost it on all capabilities. I mean, his mental mind is gone. I mean, his physical stats are just awful. So, I mean, they're super cheap on DK. I mean, Margot under 3K, Solarte under 3K, Renfroe under 3K, Schimpf under, it's like, I don't get it. I don't know if they expected Jacob deGrom to be starting today and they mismatched prices or what, but if you want to stack to pair with Kershaw, I like the Padres. I mean, Harvey's on a 361 WOBA to lefties, a ton of hard contact, righties 349 WOBA. They have a low run total. It's obviously Citi Field, but I mean, it's definitely a tournament stack worth tossing in.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all. And people really hate picking on Matt Harvey still, and I don't understand why, because he is not the same. But it's definitely a good source of value stack. My favorite stack on the night, just in general, is the Dodgers. You can't really do it on FanDuel if you're pitching Kershaw, just because you can't have the 5 guys and the pricing doesn't really work out. But Lance Lynn's given up a 408 WOBA against lefties this season, and the Dodgers have all these lefty bats, and Corey Seager, Cody Bellinger, Yasmani Grandal, Jock Peterson. They just all have a ton of power, and it's just a spot where you could just attack Lance Lynn.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, that's been his weakness, and this is not a team to struggle against lefties with.
No, it's not. Especially you have a guy, Yasmani Grandal, who has hit about 85% of his home runs from the left side of the plate against Lance Lynn, getting up that 400 WOBA. It's a great play at catcher.
Yeah, definitely. I'm all for it. It's going to be certainly low owned, too.
Yeah, it will be. And then, like I said, you can't really fit it with Kershaw on FanDuel, but on DraftKings, it's definitely a great play.
So let's wrap things up here. You can head over to DaveFantasyCafe.com for all great tools and content.
Yep, good luck.